This is the conundrum of the century. If you get it right, you're the smartest person in the world. The question is, if you have one bucket that holds 2 gallons and another bucket that holds 5 gallons, how many buckets do you have? Sam looked confused and casually said, 2, but he didn't expect the answer to be correct. This kind of question can be answered by a 3-year-old child. So how did it become the problem of the century? It started 500 years ago. In the 21st century, humanity is polarized. Highly intelligent humans choose not to have children, because children only affect the speed at which they make money, and some low IQ humans have nothing to do all day, and can only contribute to human reproduction. The speed of giving birth to children rises rapidly. In this way, there will be fewer and fewer high IQ genes. So they did an experiment, found 2 highly intelligent humans and put them in a coffin to freeze, and then released them later when needed. Unexpectedly, as soon as they were locked up, the person in charge was arrested, the laboratory was razed to the ground, and the 2, sealed, were treated as garbage, lying like this in a garbage dump for 500 years. This one can triggered a landslide, and garbage swept through the city like a wave in an instant. This situation does not affect the future people to eat and drink, and even do not turn his heads. He didn't notice the sudden appearance of a living person behind him. Before Sam could figure out what was going on, he kept asking what this place was. Sam's appearance seriously affected Jack's mood to watch TV, so he left his toilet couch and threw Sam out. Sam thought he had slept for too long and hallucinated in his brain, so he immediately went to hospital and planned to do a full body examination. In this future world, medical treatment is intelligent. Just put this in your mouth, this in your ears, and this in your ass to know what disease you have. Sorry, I took it wrong. This is what you put in your mouth. When he was done, Sam hurried to rinse his mouth, only to find that the water pipe was full of drinks. He asked passers-by where to find water to drink, but he was taken as a fool. In the future, water will only be used as a toilet flush. He had just come to terms with the reality that he had arrived 500 years later, when he was caught in court because he had known code. Sam asked for a defense lawyer. The judge immediately complied with his request, and assigned him a lawyer. The lawyer who came was none other than Jack. Seeing that he was unreliable, Sam was very worried. Jack said, "Don't worry, we are a professional team." Then, with his rich experience, Jack successfully sentenced his client Sam to 3 years. How did smart people get jailbroken? You just need to walk up to the prison guard and tell him that today is the day you are out of prison. And when the prison guard hears it, it will be a big slap in the face. Out. Got out of prison and went over there. You are in the wrong line. He even enthusiastically asked others to open the door for him and untie his handcuffs. And just like that, Sam walked out of prison. Humanity in 500 years is so stupid. Even the problem of 1 + 1 = 2 can plague them for 200 years. Sam immediately approached Jack after being released from prison, and he wanted to make a deal with this unscrupulous lawyer. According to current technology, there should already be a time machine. After all, humans began to study it 500 years ago. Unexpectedly, Jack told him, "There is a time machine, there really is. But if you are going, you have to give money. Isn't that easy? When I go back in time and open an account for you, you earn 500 years of interest. That must be more than 10 billion. Jack wasn't happy to hear it. That 10 billion is too little. It will cost 20 billion to take a time machine. Okay then, I'll give you 30 billion. How much does 30 billion minus 20 billion equal? Well, 80 billion. Lie to you or a puppy. So what about so much money? What are we waiting for? Let's go. On the way, Sam meets Linda, also from 500 years ago, and before he can say a word, the police chase after them, and the 3 abandon the car and flee. They saw the police shooting at the empty car, and even shot down a plane. After 500 years, human intelligence is ridiculously low. Sam became the smartest man in the world because he answered 1 + 1 = 2 correctly and was brought to meet the president. The president once claimed to be the smartest in the world, and he had to admire Sam very much, and appointed him to solve the problem of land not growing food. Sam ostensibly agrees, but in fact he will not grow crops at all, but let Jack secretly draw him a map to find the time machine. Open the map and look. How? Never mind. Let's go back and grow crops. In the future, the world will use drinks to water the ground, so it's no wonder that nothing grows in the ground. It turns out that this beverage company monopolized the global water resources 200 years ago, bribing authorities, claiming that the drink is omnipotent. Beverages ensure the nutrients the body needs. Babies are born with beverages, car washes, daily drinking, and cow feeding, all of which are beverages. Beverages completely replace water, and water only goes with flushing the toilet. Although he can't farm, he knows that beverages can't grow food. So Sam made an important decision. order to irrigate the crops with water. But now people are brainwashed, and after a few hours Sam gave up talking to fools about logic. He lied to these people that he could talk to the crops, who said they wanted water. That convinced everyone. His actions left the beverage company with no money to make. The beverage company immediately made another excuse to arrest him and put him in jail. They were afraid that he would escape from prison again, so they tied him to a big rock. Crops, which germinate shortly after watering. Linda had a reporter put footage of the crops on the big screen. When the president saw it, he couldn't help but admire Sam, and even wanted to give up the position of president to him. However, Sam just wants to find a time machine and travel back 500 years to a time when humans were intellectually normal. Finally, he found the time machine that Jack said, which can indeed bring people back to childhood.